All right, let's go ahead and get started. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call to order the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Enforcement Special Magistrate hearing for Thursday, March 28th, 2024. It's just after 9 o'clock in the morning. My name is Keith Davis. I'm the Special Magistrate appointed by the city to preside over today's hearing. Please, if you have any cell phones, everybody has a cell phone. Please silence your cell phones so they don't interrupt the proceedings, and that'll be appreciated. If you're here for a case and you think you'll be speaking to me about that case, your testimony to me needs to be under oath, so I'll need to swear you in. Same with city staff. So if you're going to be speaking about anything on our agenda today and in terms of offering testimony, please stand and raise your right hands, and we will swear everybody in together. Each of you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that your testimony today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Thank you. You can all have a seat. For folks that are here this morning, when your case is called, I'd ask you to come to the podium in the middle of the room that's right in front of me. And that's where you use that microphone so that the record can pick up what you have to say, and I'll be able to hear you. But the way we'll proceed with each case is I'm going to hear from the city first. City's staff will offer testimony. There will be a paper file that contains, typically the files contain photographs showing what the alleged violations are. They typically have documents that establish that the city has notice for today's hearing and about the violations. If you would like to look at that file, you're entitled to do that. You're not required to do that. If you have questions for the city's witness, you can ask any questions about the case that you have. If you don't have any questions, you don't have to ask them. You can just tell me about the case. In the event that you have brought additional documents that you want me to consider, that will be the time to produce those. If you do have those, I'll ask you to show them to the city attorney first. She's sitting right at in the front of the room to my right. Then I'll take a look at the documents. Once I've heard everything from the city and everything from you, in all likelihood this morning, I will enter an order that resolves the matter in some form or fashion. And so that's generally how we'll proceed. And usually there's a sign-in sheet, and we'll take those cases first in the order that folks signed in. So let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, we're going to go to page 13 of the agenda. Item number 46, case number 24-421. Property address is 616 Snowden Drive. Property owner is Ann Satra. Supervisor Hicks.
Good morning, Bobby Hicks with the City of Lake Worth Beach. Case number, address, and owner's name have been read into the record. Case was initiated on 3/12 of 2024 as a repeat violation case. The existing violations on the property are 12-18 to remove all garbage, trash, and debris from the entire property. General requirements 2-75.6.2 to repair, replace window falling out of structure. Sanitation, please remove all cat food from around property to eliminate the flies and smell. Remove all dirt, mold, mildew from awnings and shutters. Section 2-75.9, cut and trim all overgrown grass, weeds, bushes, hedges, etc. in the front and rear yard. 23.4-18, to remove all outdoor storage from front yard and porch. All other violations have been complied. No courtesy notice was issued due to a repeat violation. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on 3/12 of 2024. Certified mail was not received. It was available for pickup on 3/16 of 2024. I posted a property in City Hall on 3/13 of 2024. Last reinspection was 3/27 of 2024. I did have contact with the property owner. Photographs also have been taken to show the violations. The city's recommendation time for fine is $250 per day until the property is in compliance, plus the administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by April 29th, 2024. The repeat case 22-829 was opened on 5/20 of 2022. The hearing was on 10/28 of 2022. Compliance date was set for 11/28 of 2022. Inspection was done on 11/29 of 2022. Owner did not accrue any fines as the property was in compliance. And the amount of the fine on that case was $50 per day.
We have anybody here on behalf of the respondent for this case?
Yes, sir.
Come on up. Please put your name and address on the record.
My name is Ann Sater and I live at 616 Snowden Drive. I'm a property owner.
As I indicated, I have the city's file. If you'd like to look through that, you're welcome
It's
to.
okay.
If you have any questions for Mr. Hicks, you can ask those.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can just tell me about the case.
Okay, I took pictures this morning because yesterday I was able to do some more trimming and I got all the leaves cleared from the driveway and the side of the house there. But basically, I made a mistake. I was wrong and I put out furniture that was gonna be for a big trash day. So that was sitting out. That was my mistake. And then I had to wait till Monday for them to be able to put it to the curb for them to pick up. And in the meantime, you know, our neighbor complained, so I understand I was wrong. I believe I've complied with the violations. I had the, if it makes any difference, I mean, I know there's no excuses, but I did have the flu on Tuesday and Wednesday I was flat in the bed. After receiving notice from him Monday, you know, Wednesday was able to get back up to work and able to do things, but not that there's any excuses. I have photos of the current state of the driveway and the side of the house where Mr. Hicks asked me to do more trimming and leaf removal.
All right. If you would like me to take a look at those and show them, do you want to look at it, Mr. Hicks, or Ms. Lanahan, do you want to? This March 12th was the start date for this repeat
sir.
case.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sure.
This is the front
Yep.
curb area.
Yep.
That's the side of the house. That's the driveway. I couldn't get my leaf blower work at first. I got it. Mr. Hicks was there before I got my leaf blower on. And that's the side of the roof. This is the awnings. This is the porch area.
Okay.
I had
Okay.
wrongly stored stuff in front of my house. It was stupid. And I think I've learned my lesson that it was a bad thing to do.
And, Mr. Hicks indicated in his testimony, there has been forward progress. Some of the violations he indicated have been corrected and others are in progress. So what you need to do is, when everything's fixed, you need to have Mr. Hicks come out and inspect it so that he can observe it and he can verify compliance.
Okay, can I have like what's out of compliance, so I know exactly what?
You want to?
Are you saying everything is completed at this time?
Yeah,
Okay, then we'll schedule something and I'll come out
okay,
and inspect it.
okay,
Okay, the difficulty for you in this case is this is a repeat case because of the 2022 case.
yes, I'm very sorry about that, and
So what's going to happen is I am going to enter an order based on the city's recommendation. I think it's fair and reasonable under the circumstances, which means, well, I'll go ahead and find proper notice. You're here this morning. The city has proper notice documents in the file that I have. Based on the evidence that I've been presented, I will find the property complied with City Code 12-17, remains in violation of the other 4 code sections that were cited, although some work has been accomplished before the hearing, and then your photographs indicate that even more work has been done. So you need to schedule that inspection and get out there.
I'll go out today later.
Okay.
It should be home.
However, I do find that the remaining violations are repeat violations, and that is based on the former case, which was case number 22-0829, which found violations of the identical code sections that are before me this morning. So I will assess repeat violation fines in the amount of $250 per day beginning March 12th is when the repeat violation was observed. And those will stop accruing as soon as everything is inspected and signed off. So I think Mr. Hicks indicated he'd be able to come out later today. We're gonna get through our hearings this morning. Then you'll be able to go out and take a look. So if everything's in compliance, that's when those daily fines will stop. So you definitely want to get everything done. And you'll get a copy of that order. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, we're going to go to page 21 of the agenda. Item number 67, case number 23-2285, property address of 421 South H Street. Property owner is 421 South H Street LLC. Officer Tyler.
Case number, owner's name, and owner's address have already been read onto record. This was an internal complaint. Case was initiated December 11th, 2023. Existing violations, 1432 business license, obtained City of Lake Worth Beach business license, 1435, schedule and pass a use and occupancy inspection. Two 75.6.2 general requirements. Remove dirt mildew buildup from the structure, repair or replace window jalousies or any broken windows. No permit is required to change just the glass. If frame is changed, please contact the building division because permit may be required. Address must be placed on the structure at least 6 inches tall in contrast and color from the structure. Move forward with permit application 21-4374, contact building division. All other violations have been complied. Courtesy notice of violation, door hanger 14058 was posted on December 12th, 2023. Re-inspected on January 12th, 2024 and found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on January 17th, 2024. Certified mail received on January 20th, 2024, posted at Property and City Hall, January 19th, 2024. This property was last re-inspected on March 25th, 2024, and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. The city has had personal contact with the property owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given until May 13th, 2024 for compliance or pay the fines of $100 per day. The city is also asking that the administrative costs of $425.29 be paid by May 13th, 2024.
Is there anybody here on behalf of the respondent for this case? Come on up. And put your name and address on the record, please.
Jonathan Rend, my personal address or the address on file for the
Address on file is fine.
It's 211 East Melbourne Avenue.
How are you associated with the LLC that owns the property?
I'm the owner of the LLC.
Okay, thank you. If you have questions, you can ask. If you'd like to review the file, you may. Otherwise, you can just tell me about the case.
No, honestly, your staff is fantastic. I have a tenant who, and I'm a new property owner, new to the landlord space. That we found that we needed to have a permit for the use of the building in the warehouse district, right here on H Street. And we had multiple meetings with the zoning officials. They had given us, kind and caring instructions.
Right.
The application has, a good amount of supporting documents that it needs, but the central issue to this case is that they don't have a use permit.
Okay, right.
So, so as of yesterday, all the documents were compiled together and submitted to Karina Campos over at the zoning department.
Okay,
We've been given an invoice and are paying it as I think as we speak. And then once we do that, then I can call Brittany back out and then we can do an inspection. And we can pretty much do that beginning of next week or as soon as you're available. And that's all I have to say.
okay. It sounds like the city's recommendation for a May 13th compliance deadline should be plenty of time.
Should be
Okay.
plenty of time.
I think agreed. All right, anything else from the city?
No, sir.
Okay, then in this case, city has proper notice. Respondent is present at today's hearing, and you have the notice documents in the file. Based on the testimony and the evidence that I've reviewed, I will find that the property has complied with city codes 12-18 and 15-39, but remains in violation of the other code sections that were cited. Will allow until May 13th of 2024 to cure the remaining violations. After that, daily fines of $100 per day are assessed until compliance is achieved. I will award the city's administrative costs of $425.29. And we'll make those due on the May 13th compliance deadline as well. All right, thank you, sir. There you go. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go to page 20 of the agenda, item number 65, case number 23-2171, property address of 1106 4th Avenue South. Property owner is 1106 4th Avenue South, LLC, Officer Tyler.
Tell me which agenda item that is.
Yes, sir. Page 20, item number 65.
Okay.
There it is.
Case number, owner's name and address have already been read on the record. This is a citizen complaint. Case was initiated on November 20th, 2023. Existing violations, 1217. Trash cans and recycle bins must be stored away from public view. 1218. Remove all trash and debris from the entire property. 12:7. Contact refuse for dumpster placement requirements. 1432, business license, obtain City of Lake Worth Beach business license for Elite Collision Center, a lawnmower business, Alfonso's Tire and Auto Congela 2FL. 1435, use and occupancy, schedule and pass the use and occupancy inspection for the same tenants of Elite Collision Center, lawnmower business, Alfonso's Tire and Auto Congela 2FL. 1539, all vehicles must be current in registration, operable, or removed. 1541, motor vehicle repair. Repairs of vehicles outside in parking lot area are prohibited. 2-75.6.2, general requirements. Remove dirt, mildew, oil buildup from the entire property to include walkways and parking lot. 2-75.6.2B4, cut and trim all landscaping to include bushes, grass, weeds, hedges, etc. Contact Dave McGrew. Prior to trimming and cutting any trees, landscaping must be maintained at all times in accordance with the City of Lake Worth Beach landscaping regulations. 23.4-19, remove all outdoor storage from the property. 23.4-7, parking lot, seal cracks in parking lot. If reseal and recoat are done, permit is required. Please contact our building division. 23.4-73, all wheel stops must be properly anchored and secured. 23.4-74, repaint all parking stripes and wording. 23.5-1, no more than 2 banner signs are permitted on the property at any one time and may not remain for more than 15 days. Please remove the existing banner signs. Contact planning and zoning regarding advertisement options. All other violations have been complied or resolved. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail November 28th, 2023. Certified mail was received on December 1st, 2023. The notice was posted at Property and City Hall November 28th, 2023. Property was last re-inspected on March 27th, 2024, and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. The city has had contact with the property owner. The city is recommending the owner be given until May 13, 24 for compliance or pay the fines of $100 per day. The city is also asking that the administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by May 13, 2024.
Okay, thank you. Yes, sir.
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
Matt Lamar for 1106 Fourth Ave South.
Are you the manager of the LLC or?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very
Yes.
much.
Um,
If you want to look at the file or if you have questions,
no,
or you can
been
just,
working very closely with Ms. Tyler. It's been,
Yeah.
been a good, getting the property in shape. I think everything is, in compliance as of yesterday. So I think we're good there, except for the business licenses. There's a bit of a language barrier. The guys that speak English well have gotten it done. The guys that don't, it's been tough. So I actually have somebody sitting with them this afternoon to help them go through all of the process with agriculture and the city of Lake Worth to get it done. So May 13th should be fine. I appreciate the allowance.
okay. As of the point that the city put the case together, and the presentation, it tells me that some violations were cured, some remain. You're telling me you've probably, I'll be with you in just a second, man.
Make sure I have a chance to speak.
I'm going to speak to the city about that in just a moment. So you're saying that additional corrective actions taking place, city will need to come out and inspect that so
Absolutely.
they can sign off. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me at the moment?
No, we have one group in there that is a problem and has been a problem, and we are not renewing a lease with them. They are leaving. So it's breaking the lease is tough,
Yeah.
but we will not be renewing with them. They are
Understood.
a nuisance to our neighbors.
Is that the either the lawnmower repair or the
No.
part
It's
place or-
a newer
Different one?
tenant that's in there, and they are not complying with what we're asking them to do.
Understood.
And it's tough to break the lease, but we will absolutely not be renewing. If we can break the lease, we will.
Okay. City, you have someone in the audience that wants to speak. It's your case. I don't know how you want to proceed.
I am not familiar with the young lady that stood up, but I believe she's the complainant. She is the complainant. The city has emailed the complainant to let her know that we do have to give the property owner time to comply. A lot of the issues that she addressed have been taken care of. As of this morning, the owner did show photos of the other violations that they cured, but without me being there in person, I do have to verify that they are still in compliance. I would be able to do the use and occupancy inspections once the other 3 tenants have applied and approved their business license so that we can complete the use and occupancy inspection. We are also waiting on word from Public Works as far as their dumpster placement to make sure that they do not have to keep it stored indoors at all times, or if they will be allowed to keep the dumpster outside only during the working hours and then placed indoors afterwards.
Did you want what city's position on having or testify as part of your case or? what do you-
I would say that the testimony would not be part of the case, but if you would like to hear it as public comment, that you could.
That's fine. All right. Come on up, ma'am. You can.
Thank you.
Have an opportunity to make public comment regarding this matter. You go ahead and put your name and address on the record and then you can proceed.
Marie Bertan, 332 South F Street. I am this business is behind me, and they were great neighbors for a long time until one particular tenant moved in, operated an illegal automotive shop using things that the city can't cite them on because they use power tools at midnight. Even this past weekend, they were spray painting a car and I had to close my windows because paint fumes came in my windows, and they do all of this 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. Even heard them out at 2 a.m. Power tools. These are things that she can't catch. They continue to store vehicles that they're working on the street parking. They tried to store a boat on street parking. They just continue to just be disruptive and a nuisance to my quality of life, my property value. And I've sent multiple pictures to the city constantly of the stuff that I'm observing at night. The landlord, Matt, was good for a while, then he just stopped responding to me altogether. Not even wanting to address my concerns, just tells me, call the police, call the city. I just tried to deal with him back in October when it all started. And finally I just had to get the city involved, but I need this one particular group to cease. They are just disruptive, they're a nuisance. They urinate in my neighbor's hedgerow. Again, he caught them, saw them the other day. They're just a complete nuisance and disrespect the community and the neighborhood.
Thank you. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you for hearing me. Thank you.
I want to give you my card because it is a fact. After hours, you should call PBSO non-emergency number.
I do. They can't enforce code.
No,
They said they can't enforce code. The only thing they can do is the noise. They can't do, you're not allowed to have a shop operating after 8 PM, period, even if it is a licensed shop. The police have told me they can't enforce your code.
okay. Next week, we have a task force meeting with PBSO. We will address this with PBSO at our task force meeting. Okay, so give me a call so you can give me all the information regarding your complaint. And then we'll address it.
Power tools at 10:30 at night, like I can close my windows. Beautiful weather and I can't
Okay.
open my home.
Well, I think then Ms. Robinson has a good plan here. So you speak with her offline, and it sounds like from what I've heard this morning, the property owner is making forward progress. Everybody seems to be aware of the tenant in question, and I've heard that there will be proactive that the property owner will be proactive in that regard. So, anything else from the city on this?
No, sir.
All right, then, I do find proper notice responding as present at today's hearing, based on the testimony and the evidence, for today's hearing, I will find that the property remains in violation as cited with the exception of compliance with city codes 15-43, 2-75.6.6, 2-75.9, and 23.2-21. Based on the testimony, it sounds like some of the other violations may have been taken care of, but the city will need to come out and inspect those. I will accept the city's recommendation in this case, allow compliance no later than May 13th. We'll set the compliance deadline. After that, daily fines of $100 per day are assessed until compliance is achieved, and the city's administrative costs of $425.29 are awarded. And those will be also due no later than the May 13th compliance deadline. Okay, thank you all very much. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, next, we're going to go to page 7 of the agenda, item number 21, case number 24-7. Property address of 2615 Duke Court. Property owner is John and Jenny Mayer. Officer Bryant.
Yeah.
Case number, owner's name, and address have been read into the record. The case was initiated on 1/2/2024 as a field observation. Existing violations are 2-75.6.2, general requirements. Please move forward with permit number 23-630 for a residential shed, as it has been in the plan review status for over 120 days since 2/24/2023. The city is asking owner to either remove the violation or obtain and have an issued an approved permit for the violation. Issued courtesy notice for violation hearing on 1/2/2024, re-inspected 1/18/2024, found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on 1/22/2024, certified mail received on 2/10/2024, posted at property and at City Hall 2/20/2024. Last re-inspection was on 3/26/2024, found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of property have been taken showing the violations. Personal contact with property owner has been made by the city. And recommendation time is June 27th, 2024, or $50 per day fines. Administrative costs $425.29 to be paid by June 27th, 2024. And I have attached information with the emails and permit status to the case.
Yeah, let's take this packet here. So the only code section that's left is 2-75.6.2, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody here on behalf of the respondent for this case? Come on up, sir. And put your name and address on the record, and then we can proceed.
John Marr, 2615 Duke Court.
I have the city's file if you'd like to review it. Otherwise, you can either ask any questions or you can.
No, sir, I don't have any questions. I guess my big thing, you know, when I originally spoke with her in January, the code compliance officer, I explained to her that I am out of town for work until June. There was other little violations that we got taken care of. I kept touching base with her on all of those, letting her know this was done, this was done, this was done. I did reach out to the building department in February with the name of the gentleman that I had on my record from before. And after getting no response for a couple of different emails, and about a month later, I finally called in and found out that he's no longer with the city. So I called in and I got a hold of someone in the building department. He called me back about a week later. Said he had to do some investigating and everything, and then called me back and he actually set up a meeting for today, which I had to cancel because I flew here from Kentucky for this, so I got to fly back this afternoon. But I have spoken with Karina Campos. She sent me all the information for getting a variance.
Okay.
She suggested that I move forward with that and see where we end up with that.
So that, has that application's been submitted?
It has not, she just sent me the
Oh,
paperwork,
okay,
so
gotcha.
no, it has not. And she tried to set up a meeting with me for yesterday, but I was flying here, so I couldn't meet with her yesterday. But we're supposed to set up a meeting for next week to get everything kind of.
Okay.
So if I can just get the time to get the variance done and see where we end up, and if we can't get a variance, then we'll have to get them removed. I'll be back in town, like I said, the beginning of June, so at that point I can get something done with that.
90 days, enough time on the city's calendar, assuming a variance application is submitted. You know,
Sorry, Bobby Hicks, City of Lakewood Beach. Karina stated to us that it would take about the 90 days.
For the variance, right?
What she stated to him, I think, also in the email.
okay,
And the variance process would basically take about 90 days. So at the end of that, we would be in June anyway, so.
Yeah. The city's requested a compliance date of June 27th.
right, so that's 90 days.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, I think we'll go with that.
Okay.
And if, you know, you submit a timely application and for whatever reason, it can't get scheduled within that time frame, stay in touch
Touch
with the
base.
city,
Okay.
ask for an opportunity to come back and ask for additional time.
Okay.
Be
Yes, sir.
happy to consider that.
Yes, sir.
And I have just one other question. How do you keep your grass looking so perfect? Pictures are truly impressive. I mean,
Well,
it
thank you.
looks perfect. I strive for that at my own home.
It's
always
tough.
have.
It's tough.
I
Gotta
always
get the
have.
right landscaper.
I guess.
I'm out of town, so he takes care of it all.
Well,
So
you got a good one. 'Cause the grass looks picture perfect.
team landscaping.
So, all right. Anything else you'd like to tell me, sir?
No, sir. I get, you know, my only thing was I didn't realize we had this meeting this week because
Okay.
it said to move forward with the permit. So I contacted the city and I let her know that I contacted the city and we were moving forward. And then,
Yeah.
you know, just this week I was told, no, you have to be there on Thursday. So I'm like, oh, great. So, you know, I did fly in yesterday and fly back this afternoon to get back
Okay.
to work. So
Well,
as long as we can get something done by June.
Yeah,
that
we'll
should
set
be-
that late June compliance deadline.
Awesome.
Anything else from the city?
No, sir.
All right, city has proper notice, respondent is present at today's hearing, notice documents are in order in the file. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find that the property has complied with all violations that were originally cited with the exception of city code 2-75.6.2 that remains in violation. We'll set a compliance date of June, what was it, 27th,
Yes.
Yes.
2024. After that, though, if it's not complied and or an extension's not granted, if one's appropriate, I will accept the city's recommendation and assess daily fines of $50 per day.
Okay.
So we want to make sure we keep on top of that.
Yes, sir.
And then I will order the city's administrative costs of $425.29. Those will be due by the June 27th deadline as well.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to go to page 8 of the agenda. Item number 26, case number 24-255, property address of 1121 North M Street. Property owner is Mary J. Vial Trust. As trustee, Officer Bryant.
Yeah.
Case number, owner's name, address, and have been read into the record. Case was initiated on 2/6/2024 as a citizen complaint. The existing violations of the case are 2-75.6.2 for general requirements. Please repair all damaged / missing areas of soffit of main structure. Please, permit may be required. Please call the building division at 561-586-1647 for more information regarding permits. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on 2/7/2024. Certified mail not received. Posted at property and at City Hall 3/14/2024. Last reinspection was on 3/28/2024, found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of property have been taken showing the violations. The city has had personal contact with the owner. Recommendation time is fine $250 per day from 2/6/2024 until compliance. Administrative costs $425.29 to be paid by 5/1/2024.
Officer Bryant, is this a repeat case?
It is, yes.
And what was the underlying case?
It was 22-0034. It was initiated 1/6/2022 for 2-75.6.2 general requirements. Case went to hearing 5/26/2022, came into compliance 8/11/2022. Previous fines were $150 per day.
Looks like that was a stipulated agreement on the underlying case. 2-75.6.2 was one of the code violations of the underlying case. And that included damaged soffit was one of the items at that time as well. When did that case come into compliance?
It came into compliance 8/11/2022.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it. And then this case started on February 6th of this year. Yes, ma'am, if you could tell me your name and address, and then we can go from there.
Mary Vio, 1121 North M Street.
Thank you, ma'am. I have the city's file. If you'd like to take a look at that, if you have questions, you can ask.
I
Otherwise-
just want to look at the pictures after
Sure.
or now, just to make sure we're on the same page for where you want the soffit done.
These are
I
the
guess is what I'm
photographs. They have date stamps on them. Feel free to flip through those. You want to come over so she can? Yeah, they know they can prepare copies of those for you. All right.
There is somebody at my house right now that's repairing the soffit,
Oh, good.
and I don't know what else you want me to do.
I think that's exactly what the city is looking for.
That's what you want to hear, thank you. And then a driveway I'll do also, but even though you took that off.
It was resolved. It was a
That-
resolved violation.
Okay, so that's not part of the code enforcement case, but to the extent you need to do stuff, that's fine, but it's not.
Okay.
The only thing before me is the soffit.
Okay,
Everything else, in terms of the code enforcement case, is resolved one way or the other, so.
Okay.
Is there anything else, man, you'd like to tell me?
I would just like pictures so I
Yep.
know which part of the house you want it all done
All
on.
right.
Okay,
So, as with one of the earlier cases today, the difficulty for you in this is that this is a repeat case. Because of the 2022
mhm,
matter. So I will be assessing repeat violation fines. In this case, city has proper notice, respondent is present at today's hearing, and the proper notice documents are in the file. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I do find property remains in violation of City Code 2-75.6.2 regarding the soffit repair. And that is also a repeat violation based on case number 220034, which included that same violation. In that case, there was a stipulated agreement. This case, this repeat violation was initiated and first observed on February 6th. So I am going to assess daily fines of $250 per day beginning February 6th and then continuing until the violation is cured.
when is my due date? That's.
There is no due date. You need to get it done as soon as possible, and that's
Okay.
when the fines will stop running.
Okay,
I will also assess and award the city's administrative costs of $425.29, and those will be due no later than May 1st. And you'll get a copy of that order.
so can I ask for an extension to make sure it's all done the way you want it, or?
Well, again, the fines are running as of
Okay.
February 6th because it's a repeat case. So
Okay.
the way to stop them from running is by getting the soffits fixed and having the city come out and inspect it and sign off.
Okay.
Then you'll have then that'll stop the accrual.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go to page 5 of the agenda, item number 14, case number 23-1606. This is a public request for an extension of time for compliance at 1113 15th Avenue South. Property owner is Jose Bobrek, Officer Pierre.
Yeah.
Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The owner is requesting an extension of time of 90 days. The city does not have any objections at this time.
Okay. Good morning, sir. Go ahead and put your name and address on the record.
Good morning. I'm Juan Restrepo. I'm the property manager,
Okay.
1113 15th Avenue South.
So the request is for a 90-day extension. The city has no objection. So ordered.
Can we get a date certain?
Oh,
So let's call that today's 90. 3 months, yeah. Well, let's see, the original compliance deadline was February 26th, so
April.
June
May,
27th.
let's call it, pardon me?
June 27th.
It's
90 days from
It's 90 days from the date of,
February 26th, March, April. It would be the end of May.
Yeah, it would be the end of May,
Let's
so
call it, let's just call it
20.
May 31st.
we'll take it.
thank you.
Yeah,
So,
all right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I did not find him. Okay, we're going to go to page 20 of the agenda, item number 64, case number 23-2064, property address of 802 North C Street. Property owner is 1 Charlie 729 LLC, Officer Tyler.
Case number, owner name and address has been read onto record. Case was initiated November 1st, 2023. Existing violations, 23.2-21 building permit. Apply for, obtain and pick up permit for mini split system. Contact the building division. All other violations have been complied or resolved. Courtesy notice of violation door hanger 13155 was posted on December 1st, 2023, re-inspected on January 2nd, 2024, and found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail January 4th, 2024. Certified mail was received on January 8th, 2024, posted at property in City Hall, January 5th, 2024. Property was last re-inspected on March 28th, 2024. Photos of the property have been taken showing the violations. The city has had personal contact with the property owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given until May 13th, 2024 for compliance or pay the fines of $75 per day. The city is also asking that the administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by May 13th, 2024.
And this is for the mini split on the side there?
Yes,
Still without a permit? Okay.
they applied yesterday,
Okay.
so. I
Oh,
give them
Mr.
to-
Ringel is shaking his head. Can I hit? They came in today.
Peter Ringel, the application was processed this morning,
Okay.
so they just have to pay the permit fees. It'll go in for review and if appropriate, be issued.
Okay. Is there anybody here on behalf of the respondent for this case? Come on up, sir. And May 13th should be more than enough time to turn that around. Okay. Good morning. Go ahead and put your name and address on the record, sir.
Good morning, Hugo Torres. Here for 1 Charlie 729.
Are you the manager of the LLC?
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Thank you very much. So is there anything you'd like to add from what I've heard? It sounds like the permit's been applied for.
It's been applied since last week, March 21st. And have some proof that the system has some glitches in.
Yeah, no, the building official testified that it's being processed this morning. I guess there's fees that have to be paid and then the permit will be issued and they'll have to do the inspection. But the city's recommending that I allow until May 13th to get this all buttoned up. That should be plenty of time, I would think. Do you have any concerns with that? No.
I'm good with it. sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anything else from the city?
Oh, sorry.
All right, city has proper notice, based on the testimony and the evidence. Property remains in violation of City Code 23.2-21, but has complied with all other code sections that were originally cited in the notice. I'll allow till May 13th to cure the outstanding violation. After that, daily fines of $75 per day are assessed until compliance is achieved, and the city's administrative costs of $425.29 are awarded and due no later than May 13th. Thank you very much.
Okay, we are going to go to page 12, item 42, case number 24-116, property address is 4 South Ocean Breeze. Okay. So this one is being rescheduled.
Okay.
To April.
Try again.
Okay, let's see. 49. I don't know what I did to my agenda this month, but it's not. Okay, we're going to go to page 14 of the agenda, item number 49, case number 23-2204, property address of 820 South D Street. Property owner is FYR SFR Borrower LLC, Officer Pierre.
Code Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach. Property location is 820 South D Street. This was a field observation. Case was initiated on November 28th, 2023. Existing violations are 1432, 1435. Obtain a business license and use an occupancy inspection for FYR SFR Borrower LLC. 27562, move forward with permit 201394. Seal cracks on driveway, remove paint from driveway or repaint chipped areas, repaint fascia on property, remove dirt, mold, mildew on structure. 23411, screen boat properly. All other violations have been complied. Formal notice of violation hearing was issued via certified mail on February 6, 2024. Certified mail was received on February 9th, 2024. And property in City Hall was posted on February 7th, 2024. Property was last inspected on March 11th, 2024. Photographs were taken of the property and personal contact was made with the owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given until April 29th, 2024, or fines of $75 per day, plus the administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by 4/29, 2024. At this time, we're still waiting on the designated agent form for the agent who is speaking today. Yeah.
Okay, so if there's no, well, go ahead and tell me, just give me your name and address, sir. Tell me how you're related to the property.
I'm Nasir Minigratz. I'm a resident service coordinator for Progress. So I'm a representative today, filling in for Lady Tactic.
City okay with him? How do you want to proceed if there's no designated agent form in the file yet?
I mean, he could give public comment, but you can't.
Kind of treat it the same as
Yeah.
the resident that we had for the other case.
Yes.
All right, go ahead. You can go ahead and tell me whatever information that you have about what's going on with the property.
We're on our last work order. We're just our goal is to get a permit by April 12th. So I think the 29th would work perfect.
Okay. All right. I appreciate you being here. Anything else from the city?
Yeah, I should mention that I noticed while looking at the case file, you guys applied for another permit on the property. So for the windows, the same exact windows. So at the time you decided to move forward with the existing permit that was already on file. So I would just if you're gonna file that new permit, go ahead and close out the old one, just so that way you're aware.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Thank you both. So in this case, I will find proper notice. The city has proper notice documents in its file. Respondent itself is not present. A representative without authorization form was spoke under public comment, but I will find proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited, except that city code, the violation regarding city code 23-4.10A3 is complied. I'll allow until April 29th to cure the remaining violations. After that, daily fines of $75 per day are assessed until compliance is achieved. And the city is awarded its administrative costs of $425.29 due no later than the April 29th deadline. Okay, thank you very much. There you go.
Okay, we're going to go to page 9 of the agenda. Item number 29, case number 23-2342, property address of 1131 North F Street. Property owner is Carlos Guerrera and Monica Gomez. Officer Dale.
Officer Letisa Dell with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The owner's name and address has been read into the record. This case was initiated as a field observation on December 20th, 2023. Existing violations are 2-75.6.2, expired permits, permit number 18-0574 and permit number 18-0561. 23.2-21 for the same expired permits. 23.4-4 C and D, damaged and broken missing fence slabs. All other violations have been complied. The property was re-inspected on January 26, 2024, and found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on January 31st, 2024, and the certified mail was moving through the network. The property was posted at the Property and City Hall on February 5th, 2024. The last reinspection was on today, March 28th, 2024, and still found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. There has been personal contact with the property owner. The city's recommendation time is May 1st, 2024, with a $50 per day fine and an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by May 1st, 2024.
What are the expired permits for? The expired permits? Yeah. Yeah, what are they for? Fence and driveway. Fence is also part of the violation. That's today. Okay. Okay. Why don't you, actually, if you could show that to the respondent as well, so she can see.
This was the small one, because we have the notice and I got it and it's billing there, but it wasn't showing to this one. But
Yes.
maybe it's a go on. Oh, okay.
I took a picture of it and so you said this.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I took picture this morning.
Morning, ma'am. Go ahead and tell me your name and address.
Monica Gomez and I live
Yes.
in 1131 North F Street, Lakewood, Florida.
Thank you, ma'am. You saw the one photograph. I have additional photos in the file if you want to look at those. If not, you can proceed.
Also, I took picture this morning too. I just called her yesterday. Well, anyways, yeah, we haven't really picked everything up in there. Also from the fence, I don't know, we have to
Just replace the slab.
replace it.
That's
and
it, just
we
the
have to take
slab.
any permit, you think that's?
Not if you're replacing the slab.
Oh, okay. So probably nothing to say.
But then did they have to close
The
out?
permits, yes, you have to call the building department to close out the 2 permits for the fence and the driveway
Oh.
because they're expired.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Okay.
give you a card.
Oh, okay.
And the city's recommending allowing until May 1st, which is a little over a month. That should be a sufficient time to take care of what's left to do. You have taken care of some of it already, I see. So is there anything else you'd like to tell me, ma'am?
No, nothing.
Thank you. Anything else from the city?
No.
Okay, the city has proper notice in this case. Respondent is present. City has proper notice documents in the file. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation of city codes 2-75.6.2, 23.2-21, and 23.4-4, parens C and D, but has complied with all other code sections that were listed in the original notice. I will allow until May 1st of 2024 to cure the remaining violations. After that, there will be daily fines of $50 per day until compliance is achieved. And the city's administrative costs of $425.29 will be due no later than May 1st. Okay, thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, we're going to go to page 4 of the agenda, item number 12, case number 22-2094. This is a public request for an extension of time of compliance at 815 Worthmore Drive. Property owner is 815 Worthmore LLC. Officer Dale.
Morning.
Daniel Shamul, 4320 St. Charles Way.
Officer Letisa Dell with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The owner's name and address has been read into the record. Owners requesting a third extension of time, requesting for compliance by May 28th, 2024. This case was initiated on December 2nd, 2022. Notice of violation sent out on March 15th, 2024, and the property and City Hall was posted on March 17th, 2024. The first hearing date, which was requested an extension of time, was May 25th, 2023. And the property ordered compliance by August 25th, 2023 with a $75 per day fine. The second extension request granted by the city on August 31st, 2023 with compliance by December 11th, 2023. To date, the property is still in non-compliance. The last permit status update was October 26, 2023, where the permit was disapproved. The owner has not yet responded to the disapproval comments. Therefore, at this time, the city is not in agreement with the extension of time request for the owner.
All right, so go ahead and put your name and address on the record and then tell me about this request.
Daniel Shamul, 4320 St. Charles Way. Can I actually look at the file? And look
certainly
at a
can.
picture with you?
Sure.
Thanks.
There you go.
You see the picture with regards to these sewer lines that they're requesting that I have replaced?
No, I'm just looking, I mean, I'm not retrying the violation. I'm just, all I'm doing this morning is considering a request for the extension of time.
All right, originally, we had a series of violations, and one of them was a giant 12-inch cast iron sewer line that's in back of the house. It's not even visible from the street. I didn't understand the severity of getting that fixed, so I had to agree to a certain amount of time to get it done. I got everything else done. I got it done above and beyond, and I got it done in time. I have tried to get plumbers to do this job. It's not an easy job to do. They want me to take this line and put it underneath the house. So plumbers get nervous. They're not going to do the job right. They'll cause other damage. The permit got disapproved. They wanted me to give them a drawing. I had to then get an engineer that can draw this out as to how it's actually going to look and work, then get a plumber to apply for another permit. I applied for extensions. I paid $140 each time. I'm making my best effort to really get this thing fixed. I bought the house like this. It's not that I left the house in disrepair or it's something visible from the street that's bothering somebody. You know, this was there to begin with. And I'm trying to do my best. I mean, if you guys have a plumber that you know of that could do the job, I'll pay them to do it. Give me the recommendation. If you have an engineer, give me that engineer. I'll work with whoever you guys want me to work with, but I don't understand how you want me to do it. I can go dig it up and put it there myself, but I need a permit. I'm not licensed to do this job. So I needed someone I'm hostage to someone that's willing to do the work.
Let me ask building official, are the outstanding comments related to the testimony that was just put on the record more or less? Is that what we're talking about here?
Peter Ringel, an engineered plan is not required for replacing the sewer line. All I asked for was a plan showing the location of where the line was being changed.
Okay. But you need a drawing, right?
I'm not asking for an architectural and engineered drawing. You replace the line from the house back out to where it connects to the city sewer.
Okay.
It's a real simple drawing. You take a copy of the survey of your property, you say I replaced it with a 3-inch or a 4-inch pipe, and the permit would be issued if you have a plumber.
It does this, there was testimony that this has to like go under the existing residence. Is that the case, or do you not know?
All we know is the line was replaced from the house to where it connects to the city point of
Yeah.
contact. So that's what we're asking for the permit.
Oh,
for.
so it has, the work's already been, I'm confused. You're saying that it's already been done or it still needs to be done? Like it was unpermitted and the work was done, or?
I would have to review the photographs. This
okay,
is
all right.
But it's a simple drawing. I'm not asking for an
Okay.
architectural and engineer plan. We just show where the line's being replaced.
There could be language barriers or misunderstandings about the extent of the drawing. I mean, if it's something that can I draw it myself?
Yes.
Okay. So if I could draw it myself, I was under the understanding it has to be a professional drawing, if that's something that needs to be submitted. I've never drawn something myself, but if you want me to draw it, I'll draw it. If it's acceptable to you, fine.
Well, that's what I'm hearing this morning.
I'll draw it, I'll
Okay.
draw it. I can't physically do the work, I'll draw the drawing, I'll submit it today. I'll go there right now, I'll draw it, I'll submit it today. And then I'll have an appointment with Clearly Plumbing there tomorrow between 8:30 and 10:30. I have my subcontractor working on a different permit, trying to get one pulled. I'm active, I'm
Okay.
trying to get this thing done.
All right. Over the city's objection, I'm gonna give you this last extension. Conditioned on you getting that drawing submitted today.
Today. Okay.
And please note in this order that no additional extensions will be granted short of incredibly extraordinary circumstances.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you
And
very much.
what date are we extending?
Oh,
So drawing to be submitted today and then compliance by
May 31st.
May 31st. Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right,
Thank you.
good. You're welcome.
Okay, that looks like that's it for our respondents.
We're moving right along today. Do you want to take a break
Yes.
or do you want to push on?
That's up to you, sir.
I'm good to go.
Okay.
If anybody needs a break though, I'm happy to do that.
We can push on.
All right, let's go for it.
All righty. Mr. Pierre, you're up first. Okay, so then we are going to go to page 3 of the agenda. Item number 8, case number 19-1411. This is a public request for a lien reduction at 1533 Railroad Avenue. Case name was C.R. Whitmore Trust Officer Pierre, and they entered into a stipulated agreement.
Okay.
Krista, can I give both cases or they're different amounts, but
Yeah,
if
so
you
do
wanna
them
have time-
separate.
Okay.
I'll call them separate since they're not here.
Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The person executing the stipulated agreement has the authority to enter into the agreement and bind. There is a code enforcement lien on property located at 1533 Railroad Avenue. This property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city and all administrative costs assessed in the underlying code. Owner does not have any other properties in the city that have active code compliance cases. Owner has otherwise met all requirements of 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's code of ordinances. The lien existing on the property totals $164,600, and the owner agrees to pay $7,073.52 to settle the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that the order be entered, reducing the lien to $7,073.52. And the owner agrees to make payment by June 28th, 2024. If the city does not receive payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void, and the lien existing amount of $164,600 shall be reinstated. The owner had submitted receipts to this property, and we applied the 200% rule for this particular case.
All right, I do have the stipulated agreement for lien reduction. It appears to be complete, in proper form, and it is approved.
Okay, item number 9, case number 22-714 is a public request for a lien reduction at 1535 South Railroad Avenue. Property owner is Catherine W. Booth Trust, Officer Pierre, and they entered into a stipulated agreement.
Thank you.
Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The person executing the stipulated agreement has the authority to enter into the agreement and bind. There's a code enforcement lien on property located at 1535 Railroad Avenue. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city and administrative costs. Owner does not have any other properties in the city that have active code cases. Owner has otherwise met all requirements of 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's code of ordinances. The lien existing on the property totals $36,400, and the owner agrees to pay $2,467.81 to settle the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $2,467.81, and the owner agrees to make payment by June 28th, 2024. The city does not receive payment as set forth. The stipulated agreement shall be null and void, and the existing amount of $36,400 shall be reinstated. The owner has also submitted receipts for this case, which is why it was reduced to what it is.
All right, I do have the stipulated agreement in the file. It's in proper form and approved.
Okay, next is item 10, case number 22-2259. This is a public request for a lien reduction at 1200 South B Street. Property owner is Eduardo Lamas Toledo, Officer Pierre, and he entered into a stipulated agreement.
Like stipulated.
Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The person executing this stipulated agreement has the authority to enter into the agreement and bind. There is a code enforcement lien on property located at 1200 South B Street. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city and all administrative costs. Owner does not have any other properties in the city that have active code compliance cases, and the owner has met all the requirements of section 269.3 and 269.3.1. The lien existing on the property totals $8,050, and the owner agrees to pay $805 to settle the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that the order be entered reducing the lien to $805, and the owner agrees to make payment by April 29th, 2024. The city does not receive payment as set forth. The stipulated agreement shall be null and void, and the existing lien amount of $8,050 shall be reinstated.
I have reviewed the stipulated agreement for lien reduction. It is in proper form and approved.
Okay, next is page 4, item 11, case number 23-555. This is a public request for a lien reduction at 619 Royal Palm Drive. Property owner is Clovis C. Thomas, Officer Pierre, and they entered into a stipulated agreement.
Code Officer Blake Pierre with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The person executing this stipulated agreement has the authority to enter into the agreement and bind. There is a code enforcement lien on property 619 Royal Palm Drive. The owner does not have any other properties in the city that have active code compliance cases. Owner has otherwise met all requirements for 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1. The lien existing on the property totals $5,900, and the owner agrees to pay $590 to settle the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that the order be entered reducing the lien to $590, and the owner agrees to make payment by April 18th, 2024. If the city does not receive payment as set forth, the existing lien amount of $5,900 shall be reinstated.
Okay, I have the stipulated agreement for lien reduction in the file. It is in proper form and approved.
Okay, next we're going to go to page 1 of the agenda. Item number 1, case number 20-2335. This is a public request for a lien reduction at 1706 North End Street. Property owner is Derek Smith, Officer Bryant.
Code Officer Juliana Bryant with City of Lake Worth Beach. The persons executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind. There is a code enforcement lien on the property located at 1706 North End Street. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city and all administrative costs. Owner does not have any other properties in the city that have active code compliance cases. Owner has otherwise met all of the requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's Code of Ordinances. The lien existing on the property total $11,400, and owner agrees to pay $1,140 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $1,140, and an owner agrees to make payment by May 1st, 2024. If the city does not receive payment as set forth above, this stipulated agreement shall be null and void, and the existing lien amount of $11,400 shall be reinstated. No receipt submitted.
I do have the stipulated agreement for lien reduction in the file. It is in proper form and approved.
Okay, we're gonna go to page 8 of the, actually, she has one that's withdrawn, so let's go ahead and put that on the record. Page 5, item number 17, case number 23-1872. Property address of 1404 North Federal Highway. We've withdrawn that case at this time.
Okay.
Okay, now let's go to page 8 of the agenda, item 25, case number 24-93, property address of 1521 North J Street. Property owner is Francisco D. Estevez and Ibis Gonzalez. Officer Bryant.
Good Officer Juliana Bryant with City of Lake Worth Beach. The owner's name, address, and case number have been read into the record. Case was initiated on 1/10/2024 as a complaint. The existing violations of the case are 14-32 for a business license. Please apply for and obtain a City of Lake Worth Beach business license for Gonzalez Ibis Estevez Francisco. 14-35 use and occupancy inspection. Please contact our code division to schedule and pass a use and occupancy inspection. Gonzalez Ibis Estevez Francisco. 15-39 abandoned property. Please get updated registration for all vehicles of property or removed from property. 2-75.6.2 for general requirements. Please remove all dirt/mildew buildup from all areas of property to include driveway, walkways, exterior walls. Please remove chipping and peeling paint from all areas of property, then repaint those same areas where chipping and peeling paint was removed. 2-75.6.6 for fire safety requirements. Lift all awnings/remove all boards from windows and doorways of structure within 5 days, as it is a fire safety hazard. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on 1/19/2024. Certified mail received on 2/14/2024. Posted at property and at City Hall 2/2/2024. Last reinspection was on 3/27/2024. Photographs of property have been taken showing the violations. Personal contact has been made with the property owner. Recommendation time is April 29th, 2024, or fine $75 per day. Administrative costs $425.29 to be paid by April 29th, 2024.
Make sure that I followed along correctly. The complied violations are 12, 17, and 18. 2-75.6.2 B4 regarding weeds and 23.4-4 regarding the fence.
Yes.
Everything else remains outstanding.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, the city has proper notice with the notice documents in the file. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find that the property remains in violation with the exception of the code sections that I just read into the record. I'll allow till April 29th to cure the remaining violations. After that, daily fines of $75 per day are assessed until compliance is achieved and the city is awarded administrative costs of $425.29 due on the April 29th compliance deadline.
Okay, we're going to go to page 18 of the agenda, item number 61, case number 23-1950, property address of 405 South D Street. Property owner is Jose Joaquin Gomez. Officer Tyler.
Case number, owner's name and address have already been read on record. Case was initiated on October 16th, 2023 as an internal complaint. Existing violations, 1218, remove all trash and debris from entire property. 1432, obtain City of Lake Worth Beach business license. 1435, schedule and pass use and occupancy inspection. 2-75.6.2, general requirements, replace missing crawl space screens, replace missing exterior door at rear of structure. 23.2-21, apply for, obtain, and pick up a permit for windows, contact building division. 23.4-11D, RV slide outs must be pushed in, jacks not set and readily available to move. All other violations have been complied or resolved. Courtesy notice of violation, door hanger 13250 was posted on October 18th, 2023, re-inspected on November 17th, 2023, and found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on November 27th, 2023. Certified mail was returned January 8th, 2024. Posted at Property and City Hall, November 28th, 2023. Property was re-inspected on January 3rd, 2024, and last re-inspected on February 20th, 2024, and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. The city has had personal contact with the owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given until May 21st, 2024 for compliance or pay the fines of $75 per day. The city is also asking that the administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by May 21st, 2024.
Okay, respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice documents in its file. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited, except for compliance with city codes 2-75.6.2B4 and 23.51G. For the outstanding violations, I'll allow till May 21st, 2024. For those to be cured after that, daily fines of $75 per day are assessed until compliance is achieved, and the city's administrative costs of $425.29 are awarded and due no later than May 21st.
Okay, next is item 62, case number 23-1984, property address of 721 North A Street. Property owner is Michael A. Cataldo Trust, Officer Tyler.
Case number, owner's name and address have been read on record. This is a citizen complaint initiated October 24th, 2023. Existing violations, 1432, obtain City of Lake Worth Beach business license. 1435, schedule and pass use and occupancy inspection. 1539, abandoned property. All vehicles must be current in registration and operable or removed. All other violations have been complied or resolved. Courtesy notice of violation, door hanger 13022 was posted on October 26, 2023. And that's re-inspected on November 28, 2023, and found to be in non-compliance. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail, November 29, 2023. Certified mail was received December 1st, 2023. Property in City Hall was posted November 30th, 2023, and last re-inspected on March 26, 2024. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. The city has had personal contact with the property owner. The city is recommending that the owner be given until April 27, 2024 for compliance or pay the fines of $75 per day. The city is also asking that the administrative cost of $425.29 be paid by April 27, 2024.
Which is the vehicle that's violating the abandoned property or code section?
There are two vehicles there. It's a red Jeep and a silver Toyota, I believe. The tags are expired on one and the other is an illegal tag.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't make out the tags in the pictures, so okay, got it. Okay, respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice documents in its file, so I find proper notice. Based on the testimony and the evidence, find the property remains in violation of city codes 1432, 1435, and 39, find compliance with all other code sections that were cited. I will allow till April 27th, 2024 to cure the violations. After that, daily fines of $75 per day are assessed until compliance is achieved. City is awarded administrative costs of $425.29 due no later than April 27th.
Okay, we're going to go to page 15 of the agenda, item number 51, case number 23-1812, property address of 422 South B Street, Unit B1, property owner is Hubert Gustavo Rivas Suarez, Officer Turek.
Yeah.
Duella Turek for the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Officer. This case was initiated on 9/22/23. The violations are as follows. Business license 1432, use and occupancy certificate 1435, and 2347 maintenance of parking lot has been complied. The issued courtesy notice was issued on 10/2/23. Certified mail was received on 10/6/23, and the property was posted on 10/4/23. Compliance extension has been given from January 25th, 2024 to February 29th, 2024. Property was re-inspected and found to be in non-compliance on 1/5 and again on yesterday. Photographs have been taken. I've had personal contact with the owner, and the recommendation of time is April 10th, 2024, or a fine of $75 per day, and administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid April 10th, 2024.
So everything complied out except for the use and occupancy and the business license.
Correct.
Okay.
What about 2347? Is
That one was complied.
Respondent is not present, but city has proper notice with the notice documents contained in the file. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I'll find the property remains in violation of city codes 1432 and 1435, but has complied with all other code sections that were originally cited. I'll allow till April 10th to cure the remaining violations. After that, assess daily fines of $75 per day until compliance is achieved, with administrative costs of $425.29 being due no later than April 10th.
Okay, next is item 52, case number 23-1818, property address of 424 South B Street, Unit B3, property owner is GY Inc., Officer Turek.
Case was initiated on 9/22/23. The violations are as follows. Business license 1432, use and occupancy inspection 1435, and 23.4-7 has been complied. Issued courtesy notice on 9/22/23, re-inspected 9/27/23. Certified mail was received October 10th of 23. Property was posted on 10/4/23. The compliance extension has been given from January 25th, 24 to February 29th, 24. The property was re-inspected on 1/5/24. Photographs have been taken, and I have had contact with the owner. Recommendation of time, April 10th, 2024, or a fine of $75 per day, with the administrative of $425.29 to be paid by April 10th, 2024.
Okay. And again, everything other than the business license and occupancy certificate is complied out.
That's correct.
Okay. So the respondent is not present. The city has proper notice with the notice documents in the file. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I find the property remains in violation of city codes 1432 and 1435, but has complied with all other code sections originally cited. I will give it till April 10th, 2024 to cure the remaining violations, assess daily fines of $75 per day after that until compliance is achieved, and award administrative costs of $425.29, also due on April 10th.
Okay, we're going to go to page 16 of the agenda, item 54, case number 23-1960, property address of 724 South N Street East. Property owner is Jerome Redmond, Officer Turek.
Case was initiated on 10/18/2023. The violations are as follows: storage and accumulation of garbage cans, 12-17, store trash cans out of public view, areas free of trash and debris, 12-18, remove all trash and debris from property, general requirements of 2-75.6.2, clean driveway and sidewalk. Please remove all dirt and mold buildup. The house numbers have been added in contrasting colors, so that part of the violation has been complied. 2-75.6.2, number 4, cut and trim on landscaping to include grass, hedges, weeds, and shrubs. The owner needs to cut and mow, trim all landscaping on property and remove grass and weeds from sidewalk. Has been complied. The sidewalk weeds have been complied. He still needs to cut and mow his yard, needs to cut the grass.
So there's been forward progress, but all the code sections still have something outstanding.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I issued the courtesy notice on 11/14/2023, re-inspected 11/16 of 2023. Formal notice was by certified mail on 11/16 of 23. It was received on 11/16, and it was posted on 11/20 of 2023. The property has been given an extension from, it was found in non-compliance, 12/27 of 24, and the photographs have been taken, and there has been personal contact with the owner, and the recommendation of time is April 10th, 2024, at a fine of $50 per day, with the administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by April 10th of 2024. Yeah, that's what I was trying to understand my writing here. There was an extension. I'm sorry. This was,
Postponement.
I'm sorry, a postponement from last month. I don't have the date. From 2/29 to this month.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So some forward progress, but everything is still out.
That's
all the code
correct.
sections are still outstanding. All right, respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with the notice documents contained in the file. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. Allow till April 10th to cure the violations. After that, daily fines of $50 per day are assessed until compliance is achieved, and city's administrative costs of $425.29 are also awarded and due on April 10th.
Okay, next is item 55, case number 23-2370. Property address is 1315 South M Street. Property owner is Salam LLC, Officer Turek.
This case was initiated on 1/4 of 24. The violations are as follows: building permit 23.2-21, work without permit. Building permits will be required for all mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and building installations. Inspections required. Also to include windows and doors, interior remodel, and addition in rear. Issued courtesy notice on 1/4 of 24, re-inspected on 1/18 of 24. The certified mail was received on 1/26 of 24, and the property was posted on 1/24 of 24. The property was re-inspected 3/25, and again this morning, photographs have been taken, personal contact with the owner. I have had personal contact with the owner, and the recommendation of time is June 28th, 2024, or a fine of $75 per day, with an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by June 28th.
So are they doing interior renovations? With all
Yes,
permit?
interior renovations as well.
Okay.
Interior and an addition in the rear.
In the addition. Respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with the notice documents contained in the file. Based on the testimony and the evidence, property remains in violation as cited. I'll set compliance deadline of June 28th, 2024. Daily fines of $75 per day until compliance is achieved after that. And city's administrative costs of $425.29 are also awarded and due no later than June 28th.
Okay, next is page 17, item 56, case number 24-144, property address of 811 South Palm Way. Property owner is Joan P. Curry Estate, Officer Turek.
Case was initiated 1/22/24. The violations are as follows. Storage and accumulation, 12-17, store trash cans out of public view. Areas free of trash and debris, 12-18. Remove all trash, junk, and debris on entire property. Abandoned property, 1539. Remove motorcycle in rear yard. 22-75.6.2 general requirements. Clean and paint structure, trim roof and awnings. Clean all concrete sidewalks. Remove fence on ground. 2-75.6.2 B4, cut, mow, trim all weeds, shrubs, bushes, and grass on entire property. 23.4, fences, walls, and gates. Remove or repair fence that is falling down. Clean fence. Courtesy notice was issued 1/22/24. The formal notice was issued on 1/23/24. The mail was returned. Property was posted on 1/24/24. The property was re-inspected on 3/19 and again yesterday. Photographs have been taken. I've had no contact with the owner, and the recommendation of time is April 29th, 2024, or a fine of $50 per day and an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by April 29th, 2024.
Okay, the respondent is not present. The city has proper notice documents in its file. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. Allow until April 29th to cure the violations. After that, daily fines of $50 per day are assessed until compliance is achieved. City's administrative costs of $425.29 are awarded and due no later than April 29th.
Okay, we're going to go back to page 1 of the agenda. Item number 2, case number 22-1321. This is a public request for a lien reduction at 1415 North K Street. Property owner is the Florida Conference Association of the Seventh-day Adventist, Officer Dale, and they entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Letisa Dale with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The owner's name and case number has been read into the record. The City of Lake Worth Beach has entered into a stipulated agreement for lien reduction with property owners, Florida Conference Association of Seventh-day Adventists. The persons executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind. There's a code enforcement lien on the property located at 1415 North K Street in Lake Worth Beach. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city, and all administrative costs assessed in the underlying code compliance cases for the lien have been paid. Owner has otherwise met all the requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's code of ordinances relating to the reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totals $9,200, and the owner agrees to pay $920 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $920, and the owner agrees to make payment by May 1st, 2024. If the city does not receive payment as set forth above, this stipulated agreement shall be non and void, with no further action to be taken by the city, and the existing lien amount of $9,200 shall be reinstated.
That's a pretty good deal. Stipulated agreement, I've reviewed it. It's in the file in proper form and approved.
Okay, next is item 3, case number 23-938, public request for a lien reduction at 1230 North A Street. Property owner is Paul Healy, Officer Dale, and they entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Letisa Dale with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The owner's name and case number has been read into the record. The City of Lake Worth Beach has entered into a stipulated agreement for lien reduction with property owners Paul Healy. The persons executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind. There's a code enforcement lien on the property located at 1230 North A Street, Lake Worth Beach. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city, and all administrative costs assessed in the underlying code compliance cases for the lien have been paid. Owner has otherwise met all the requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's Code of Ordinances relating to the reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the properties total $1,275. The owner did submit receipts, and the city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $0. If all conditions of the stipulated agreement are met upon request by the owner, the city shall issue a release of lien executed by the mayor and the city clerk to the owner.
All right. That's an even better deal. Stipulated agreement is in the file. It's in proper form and approved.
Okay, next is page 9, item 31, case number 24-88, property address of 1117 North F Street. Property owners Diane and Orrin Prather, Officer Dale, and they entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Leticia Dell with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The owner's name and case number has been read into the record. The City of Lake Worth Beach has entered into a stipulated agreement with property owner Orrin S. and Diane Prather that the person signing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the stipulation and bind, that the violations exist at the owner's property located at 1117 North F Street, Lake Worth Beach, that the owner is granted until July 2nd, 2024 to obtain compliance as specified in Exhibit A. Owner understands and agrees that she will not be entitled to an extension of time to correct the violations and agrees that she will not request the same. That if the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance with the code section cited in Exhibit A by the date set forth in Section 3 above, a fine of $75 per day will be assessed beginning on the date set forth in Section 3 above. That the owner understands that the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance Officer will re-inspect the property to verify whether the necessary work has been completed to correct the violation in Exhibit A.
Okay, I have reviewed the stipulated agreement. In this case, it is filled out and executed in proper form and approved.
Okay, next we're going to go to page 10 of the agenda, item number 32, case number 24-148. This is This case number 24-148, property address of 1001 North Dixie Highway. Property owner is Fairview Properties, Inc., Officer Dale, and they entered into a stipulated agreement. Okay.
Officer Leticia Dell with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The owner's name and case number has been read into the record. The City of Lake Worth Beach has entered into a stipulated agreement with property owner Fairview Properties, Inc., that the person signing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the stipulation and bind, that the violations exist at the owner's property located at 1001 North Dixie Highway, Lake Worth Beach, that the owner is granted until June 26, 2024 to obtain compliance as specified in Exhibit A. Owner understands and agrees that he or she will not be entitled to an extension of time to correct the violation and agrees that he or she will not request the same. That if the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance with the code section cited in Exhibit A by the date set forth in Section 3 above, a fine of $100 per day will be assessed beginning on the date set forth in Section 3 above. That the owner understands that the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance Officer will re-inspect the property to verify whether the necessary work has been completed to correct the violation in Exhibit A.
I do have the stipulated agreement in the file. It is in proper form, properly executed and approved.
Okay, next is item 34, case number 24-400, property address of 120 North D Street. Property owner is Bath Assets LLC, Officer Dale.
Thank you.
Officer Leticia Dell with the City of Lake Worth Beach. The owner's name and address and case number has been read into the case file. This is a repeat case that was initiated March 8th, 2024. Existing violations are 12-18, garbage, trash, and debris throughout the entire property, and 2-75.6.2. House numbers on Unit 704 need to be contrasted to the structure, not the same color as the structure. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on March 12, 2024. The certified mail was delivered. The property was posted at the Property and City Hall on March 19, 2024. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. There has been no personal contact with the property owner. The order has been attached to the case file for repeat case number 23-0118 for violations 23.6-1 and 22-75.6.2, which was initiated on January 17, 2023, and went to hearing April 27, 2023, and ordered compliance by May 30th, 2023. The property was in non-compliance for 22 days with the compliance date of June 21st, 2023, and the fine was $100 per day. At this time, a fine of $250 per day will be assessed from March 8th, 2024 until date of full compliance. To date, the property has not been complied. The property has been running and fined for 20 days to date at $250 per day, totaling $5,000.
8th. Everything's still in violation.
Everything is
As
still in
they're-
violation, yes.
They're all repeat, so. Okay, respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with the documents contained in the file based on the testimony and the evidence. I do find the property remains in violation as cited. I find those violations are repeat violations based on case number 23-118, which cited the same code sections. I will assess daily fines of $250 per day beginning March 8th of 2024 and continuing until compliance is achieved. City's administrative costs are also awarded in the amount of $425.29 due immediately. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna go to page 11, item 35, case number 24-422, property address of 702 North H Street. Property owner is Two Bulls Investment Group, LLC. Officer Dale.
Officer Leticia Dell with the City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance. The owner's name and address has been read into the record. This case was initiated on March 12, 2024 as a complaint. Existing violations are 12-18 garbage, trash, and debris, and 2-75.6.2. Contrast the house numbers on the structure. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on March 13, 2024. And the certified mail was delivered. The property was posted at the Property and City Hall on March 19, 2024. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. There has been personal contact with the property owner. Order has been attached to the case file for repeat case number 23-1009 for violations 12-18 and 12-75.6.2, which was initiated on June 2nd, 2023, and went to hearing June 29th, 2023 as another repeat case from case number 22-0489. Both violations were in compliance for 20 days and complied by June 22nd, 2023 at $75 per day. A fine of $250 per day will be assessed from March 12, 2024 until date of full compliance. To date, the property has not been complied, and the property has been running and fined for 16 days to date at $250 per day, totaling $4,000.
What was the start date?
March 12th.
Thank you.
So I'm looking at the order from 23-1009. But that case found a violation of City Code 23.4-4, which is not one of the code sections cited in this case, but you mentioned another 2022 case.
489.
489. Did that find violations of 12-18 or 2.2-75.6.2?
Is the wrong order in the file?
Two Bulls Investment, 702. No, it's the correct, same address, same owner. It's just that
What case number is the order that's in the file?
23-1009.
And then which one are you?
What about 22-0489?
Okay, so you have the wrong order in that file. Let me look up the right one. And so we're basing the repeat off of the
which was a repeat from 22. I think you wanted to look at the 23 windows.
No, he's got that one. I think he needs the 22.
The 220489.
Yep, so
See what that one says.
you want me to pull the order up?
Yeah, I just want to see what code sections it found to be in violation. Because the 23 case did not make.
And if you can,
5.6.
if you need to move it up.
Yeah, so that one did make a finding of violation. For 2-75.6.2, so that does make this a repeat violation. Okay, so I don't remember if I found proper notice. I think I did. If I didn't, I'll find it again based on the notice documents in the file, even though the respondent is not present. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I find property remains in violation as cited. I find that the violation of city code 2-75.6.2 is a repeat violation. Based on case number 220489, I will impose repeat violation fines in the amount of $250 per day beginning March 12th of 2024 and continuing until compliance is achieved. Award the city's administrative costs of $425.29 due immediately. So the only other thing, so neither of the previous cases cited city code 12-18, so that's not a repeat violation, so I'm gonna give them 10 days to comply on that. And
This one?
yeah,
Magistrate, can I make a correction?
yeah.
The 12-18, that violation was complied.
Oh, okay, that makes
Yes.
this easier then.
Okay.
Then we don't have to worry about that. So that's.
I'm sorry
complied.
about that. I didn't take that off
No
the sheet.
problem. So then that would be my order in this case. 2-75.6.2 is a repeat. $250 per day beginning March 12th until compliance is achieved.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, I'm sorry, sir, what address are you here?
403 4th Avenue South.
Can I have you sign in for me, please? I don't believe we've heard that case yet, so you're in luck.
Which one is that?
403, I think it's Fedleen's.
Okay, well,
Let me.
got lucky there.
Yeah, exactly. 403, let me find it on here. Is this for an extension or violation? Oh, yeah, this is an extension, okay. And Officer Dorcius will need to be sworn in as well. She was out of the out of the room.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go to page 4. Thank you. That's okay. Thank you. Okay, we have a respondent that has shown up, so we're gonna go ahead and call that case, so you can go to the here. Okay, it's page 4, item 13, case number 23-971. It's a public request for an extension of time for compliance at 403 4th Avenue South. Property owner is Elder Law Realty LLC, Officer Dorcius, and then they both need to be sworn
Okay,
in.
let me swear both of you in since you weren't here when I did that earlier when we started. Each of you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury or testimony today will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I'm going to hear from Ms. Dorcius first, and then I'll come back to you. Whenever you're ready.
Greetings, Code Officer Fedleen Dorcias of the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Division. This is a request by respondent for a second extension of time for compliance. The case number is 23-971. That case was initiated on May 26, 2023. Notice of violation was issued on July 18th of 2023. Violation hearing was on October 26th of 2023. The initial compliance date was set for November 30th of 2023. The owner submitted an application for extension of time, which was approved on November 30th, 2023, and the compliance date was granted for March 28th of 2024. Per plan and zoning, the owner submitted a minor site plan and administration of use permit application on the 4th of March, but was still missing required information. So staff sent the third application of incompleted, staff sent a third application to the owner because it was incompleted and was sent via email on March 11, 2024. At this time, the city is not in favor of the extension.
Okay, sir, go ahead and put your name and address on the record, and then you can tell me about the request.
Thank you. Ryan Smoller, principal and business address 403 4th Avenue South, residential address 330 South Palmway. Everything Officer Dorsey has said is correct, in that we submitted an initial plan and it came back with corrections. The behind the scenes color is that I have to have the property resurveyed for purposes of an arborist to make sure the vegetation is proper. The architect I hired is a commercial architect because we're seeking to turn a residential property into commercial. Everything I do, everybody I hire, because this is just such a small home, but it needs to be commercial, I am at the bottom of their list. I am doing everything I possibly can do. I've hired I think it's called an arborist. I've hired an ADA architect. I've hired the general contractor, but he hasn't started because the city still has comments. So really, I'm working diligently, working daily. None of the delay is because I'm not looking to be compliant. I'm just looking to have it done right. And every time there's a comment from the city, I have to send it to my project manager, architect, and arborist, and there's not a quick turnaround. So the extension is not for any reason other than just need more time to get this done right. I'm looking to make this property worth more. I'm looking to make this not just knock down the bathroom for the sake of making it ADA. I wanted to actually build in value. So a lot of moving parts. I asked for 120 days, but I don't, assuming we get this next group of corrections back, I don't believe it would even need that long.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Over the city's objection, I'm going to grant an extension to May 31st. Hopefully that'll be enough time to get it buttoned up.
Thank you. Yes,
Very well.
that should be it. Thank you. I appreciate everybody.
Okay. Okay, you're done. You're welcome. Okay, where are we? We are going to go. Okay, we're going to go to page 2 of the agenda. Item number 4, case number 22-980. It's a public request for a lien reduction at 32 South Dixie Highway. Property owner is Codner Real Estate Holdings LLC, Officer Dorcias, and they entered into a stipulated agreement.
Greetings, Code Officer Fedleen Dorcias of the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Division. The City of Lake Worth Beach and the property owner Codner Real Estate LLC has entered into a stipulated agreement for a lien reduction. The person executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement and bind. There's a code enforcement lien on property located at 32 South Dixie Highway in Lake Worth Beach. The owner has otherwise met all requirements, section 2-69.3 and 2-693.1 of the city code ordinance relating to reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totals to $1,500. and the owner agrees to pay $150 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to a special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien down to $150, and the owner agrees to make the payment no later than April 30th, 2024. If the city does not receive payment as set if the city does not receive payment as set forth above, the stipulation agreement shall be null and void with no further actions taken by the city. An existing lien of $1,500 shall be reinstated.
Okay, I have the stipulated agreement for lien reduction. It is in proper form, properly executed and approved.
Okay, next is item 5, case number 15-1762. It's a public request for a lien reduction at 32 South Dixie Highway. Property owner, the new owner is Codner Real Estate Holdings LLC, Officer Dorcius, and they entered into a stipulated agreement.
The property owner, Cardinal Real Estate Holdings LLC, and the owner described below. The person executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter to this agreement and bind. There's a code enforcement lien on a property located at 32 South Dixie Highway in Lake Worth Beach. The owner has otherwise met all requirements, section 2-69.3 and 2-693.1 of City Code of Ordinance relating to reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totals to an amount of $22,000, and the owner agrees to make a payment of $2,200 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien down to $2,200, and the owner agrees to make the payment no later than May 27th, 2024. If the city does not receive the payment as set forth above, the stipulation agreement shall be null and void with no further actions taken by the city, and the existing lien of $22,000 shall be reinstated.
Thank you. I do have the stipulated agreement for lien reduction in the file. It is in proper form and approved.
Okay, next is item 6, case number 22-1883. This is a public request for a lien reduction at 111 North L Street, unit number 3. Property owner is Jose M. Adorno, Officer Dorcius, and they entered into a stipulated agreement.
Property owner, owner's name, owner's address are being read into the record. The person executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter to this agreement and bind. There's a code enforcement lien on the property located at 111 North L Street, Unit 3 in Lake Worth Beach. The owner has otherwise met all requirements, section 2-69.3 and 2-693.1 of the City Code Enforcement relating to reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totals to $5,025, and the owner agrees to make a payment of $502.50 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien down to $502.50, and the owner agrees to make the payment no later than April 30th of 2024. If the city does not receive the payment set forth above, the stipulation agreement shall be null and void with no further actions taken by the city, and the existing lien of $5,025 shall be reinstated.
Stipulated agreement for lien reduction in the file. It is in proper form and approved.
Okay, we're going to go to page 11 of the agenda, item number 36, case number 23-1807, property address of 401 Second Avenue South. Property owner is 791 Associates LLC, Officer Dorcius.
Owner's name, owner's address, and case numbers are being read into the record. The case was initiated from a citizen complaint on September 20th, 2023. Existing violations, 14-32 business license. The business license application was submitted on December 20th, 2023. At this time, the license application is currently in plan review. An email from Planning and Zone has been placed in a case file that was dated for March 11, 2023. The owner was also cited to comply with 14-35 use and occupancy inspection. 2-756.2 general requirements to please repair the damaged wood on near the window frame. And if permits may be required for them to contact the building division at the number that was provided. 23.2-21, a building permit for a red tag. The owner was cited to apply and obtain permits for all mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and building installations. Permit application number 23-3827 for commercial remodel was applied for on November 27, 2023. That permit is currently in plan review. Formal notice of violation was issued via certified mail on November 8th, 2023. Certified mail was not received. The city hall and the property was posted on November 29th, 2023. The property last reinspection date was March 19th of 2024. Photographs of the property has been taken. The city had personal contact with the owner. The recommendation date for voluntary compliance would be June 26th of 2024, or pay $575 per day, plus administration costs of $425.29 made payable by June 26, 2024.
Okay, the city has proper notice with the notice documents in the file, even though the respondent is not present. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I find the property remains in violation as cited, allowed till June 26th, 2024 for compliance, $75 per day until compliance is achieved. After that, administrative costs of $425.29 awarded and due June 26th.
Okay, next is item 37, case number 23-1817, property address of 301 South M Street. Property owner is MCR 301M LLC, Officer Dorcius, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Owner's name, owner's address has already been read to the record, including the case number. Property owner MCR 301M LLC, of the owner of the property described below, that the person signing this stipulated agreement have the authority to enter this stipulation agreement and bind, that there is a violation that exists at the owner's property located at 301 South M Street in Lake Worth Beach. The owner has been granted until June 26, 2024 to obtain compliance as specified in Exhibit A, and the owner understand that he will not be entitled to extension of time to correct the violation and agree that he will not request the same. That if the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance with code section cited in Exhibit A by the date set forth in Section 3 above, a fine of $75 will be assessed. The owner understand that the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Enforcement Officer will re-inspect the property to verify whether the necessary work has been completed and correct the violation in Exhibit A.
All right, I do have the stipulated agreement in the file. I've reviewed it. It is in proper order and approved.
Okay, we're going to go to page 12 of the agenda, item 39, case number 23-1900. Property address is 310 North K Street, Unit 6B. Property owner is Daniel and Catherine Fritz, Officer Dorcius.
Case number, owner's name, owner's address have been read into the record. Code Officer Fedleen Dorcius with City of Lake Worth Beach Code Division. Property location 310 North K Street, Unit 6. This case was initiated from an internal complaint on October 5th, 2023. Existing violations 23.2-21, building permit for a red tag. The owner was cited to obtain permits for all mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and building installations. Permit number 23-3744 for residential electric was submitted on November 16, 2023. That permit was approved on November 21st, 2023. Permit number 23-401 for remodel was submitted on December 13, 2023. At this time, that permit is currently in plan review. Please see the email inside the case file from the building official pertaining that permit. All other violation of time has been complied or resolved. Formal notice of violation was issued via certified mail on November 6, 2023. Certified mail was received on November 9, 2023. The property and City Hall was posted on November 29, 2023. The property last reinspection date was on March 21st, 2024. Photographs of the property has been taken. The city had personal contact with the owner via email. Recommendation time for voluntary compliance would be June 26th of 2024, or pay a fine of $75 per day, plus administration costs of $425.29 made payable on June 26, 2024.
And the respondent is not present, but the city has proper notice with the notice documents contained in the file based on the testimony and the evidence. Find that the property remains in violation of City Code 23.2-21, but has complied with all other code sections that were originally cited in the notice. We will allow till, what is it, June 27th?
June 26th.
2024 to comply. After that, daily fines of $75 per day are assessed until compliance is achieved. The city is awarded administrative costs of $425.29, also due on the compliance date.
Okay, next is item 41, case number 23-1939, property address of 117 North Federal Highway. Property owner is S&F Properties of the Palm Beaches, Inc., Officer Dorcius.
Greetings, Code Officer Fedleen Dorcius with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Division. Case number, owner's name, owner's address have been written to the record. Property location is 117 North Federal Highway. This case was initiated from a sheriff complaint on October 12th, 2023. Existing violation 12-18, areas free of garbage or trash. Owner was cited to remove all trash and debris from the dumpster enclosure to include a shopping cart in the rear, handheld coolers, and all other trash and debris that's observed. 15-43, graffiti. The owner was cited to remove graffiti from the rear of the property and anywhere included, including the trash cans, exterior walls, so on and so forth. 23.4-4, fences, walls, and gates. The owner was cited to repair or remove the damaged chain link fence. If they would like to install an approved fence material, to contact the building division for a new fence permit. 23.4-733, wheel stops anchored. The owner was cited to remove the wheel stops observed in the back of the property because the wheel stops are currently located on unapproved parking material. All other violations have been complied or resolved at this time. Formal notice of violation was issued via certified mail on November 13, 2023. Certified mail was not received. Property in City Hall was posted on November 29, 2023. The property last reinspection was March 26 of 2024. Photographs of the property has been taken. The city did not have contact with the owner. The city recommends for violations 15-43, graffiti, 23.4-73, wheel stops anchored, and 12-18, areas free of garbage or trash, to be complied by April 12, 2024. Or pay a fine of $100 per day. The city recommends for violations 23.4-4, fences, walls, and gates, to be complied by May 1st, 2024, or pay a fine of $100 per day, plus administration cost of $425.29, made payable by May 1st, 2024.
Respondent is not present. However, the city has proper notice documents in the file, so I find proper notice based on testimony and the evidence, find the property remains in violation of city codes 12-18, 15-43, 23.4-4, and I set a compliance date for those of April 12th, 2024. The property also remains in violation of city code 23.4-74 and 23.4-73, and compliance. Wait. Is that right for both of those, May 1st, or did I?
May 1st for 23.4-4.
Just for four,
Mhm.
All right. So the violation of 23.4-74, compliance is May 1st. Compliance for everything else that's still outstanding is April 12th. If either of those deadlines is violated, daily fines of $100 per day are assessed until compliance is achieved, and administrative costs are awarded of $425.29. Want those on the May 1st or the April 12th?
May 1st.
May 1st, so ordered.
Okay, I need to recall a case to clear up the record for what the code officer read into the record on.
Okay.
It's item number 34, case number 24-400, property address of 120 North D Street, property owner is BAP Assets LLC. Officer Dale.
Officer Leticia Dell with the City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance. The previous case was read in the record in error. I just wanted to clear it up. The owner's name, address, and case number has been read into the record. This is a repeat case that was initiated on March 8th, 2024. The existing violations are 23.6-1, which is landscape debris on the property and dirt or bare spot areas on the landscape, and 2-75.6.2, dirt buildup on the property to include front porch wall and walkway area. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on March 12, 2024, and the certified mail was delivered. The property was posted at the Property and City Hall on March 19, 2024. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. There has been no personal contact with the property owner. The order has been attached to the case file for repeat case number 23-0118 for violations 23.6-1 and 2-75.6.2, which was initiated on January 17, 2023, and went to hearing April 27, 2023, and ordered compliance by May 30th, 2023. The property at that time was in non-compliance for 22 days with the compliance date of June 21st, 2023, and the fine was $100 per day. At this time, a fine of $250 per day will be assessed from March 8th, 2024 until date of full compliance to date the property has not been complied. The property has been running in fine for 20 days to date at $250 per day, totaling $5,000.
Okay, and I do find the property remains in violation as cited. I find proper notice based on the notice documents in the file. The violations in this case are repeat violations based on city code enforcement case 23118. I'll assess repeat violation fines in the amount of $250 per day beginning March 8th, continuing until compliance is achieved, and award the administrative cost of $425.29.
Okay, we're going to go to page 2 of the agenda. Item number 7, case number 21-2744. It's a public request for a lien reduction at 1815 10th Avenue North. Property owner is Propners LLC. Supervisor Hicks.
Bobby Hicks, City of Lake Worth Beach. Owner, case number have been read into the record. The person executing stipulated agreement has the authority to enter into this agreement and bind. There is a code enforcement lien on the property located at 1815 10th Avenue North. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts induced to the city, and all administrative costs assessed in the underlying code compliance case lien have been paid. Owner does not have any other properties in the city with active code compliance cases. Owner has otherwise met all requirements of section 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the city's code of ordinances. The lien existing on the property is $45,800, and the owner agrees to pay $909.11 to set and release the lien. The owner did submit receipts to reduce the violation amount. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order entering the reduction of the lien to $909.11, and the owner agrees to make payment by April 29th of 2024. If the city does not receive payment set forth, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void. No further action shall be taken by the city, and the existing lien of $45,800 shall be reinstated.
Okay, the stipulated agreement for lien reduction is in the file along with all the receipts. Everything is in proper form and it is approved.
Okay, next we're going to go to page 13 of the agenda. Item 44, case number 23-2223. Property address of 3502 Lake Osborne Drive. Property owner is Frank Vasquez. Supervisor Hicks.
Bobby Hicks, City of Lake Worth Beach. Case number, address, and owner's name have been read into the record. This was on a field observation from a previous officer. Existing violations are 2-75.6.2 to please remove all dirt, mold, mildew from all walkways and driveway. Please move forward with closing out expired AC permit 22-1853 by contacting the building department. City ordinance 23.2-21, apply and obtain and pick up permits for gazebo that was installed in 2022. Fence that was installed after 5 of 22. Please remove all permitted carports and tents from property. Permit applications may be submitted to the building department. All of the violations have been complied. Issued courtesy notice for violation on 11/30 of 2023. Re-inspected the property on 1/8 of 2024. Formal notice of violation and hearing was issued via certified mail on 1/9 of 2024. Certified mail shows moving through the network. Posted the property in City Hall on 1/10 of 2024. Last re-inspection on the property was 3/26 of 2024. Photographs have been taken to show the violations. I did have personal contact with the property owner. The city's recommendation time for compliance is April 29th of 2024, or $50 per day, plus the administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by April 29th of 2024.
All right, respondent is not present. City has proper notice with the notice documents in the file based on the testimony and the evidence. Find property remains in violation as cited, except for complying with 23.4-10. I'll allow till April 29th to cure the outstanding violations. Assess daily fines of $50 per day after that until compliance is achieved, and award the administrative costs of $425.29 due April 29th.
Okay, next we're going to go to page 22 of the agenda, item number 70, case number 10-2273. This is a request by the city to vacate a previous order at 429 North D Street. Property owner is Joshua P. Samter.
Okay. Granted, I'll sign the appropriate one.
Oh, sorry, that was Krista Simmons, City of Lake Worth Beach, co-compliance, compliance admin manager. Okay, now we're going to go to the authorization of foreclosure agenda. Again, Krista Simmons, co-compliance manager, City of Lake Worth Beach. The following case numbers, the city is requesting authorization of foreclosure on the following case numbers. At this time, they have all been recorded for more than 90 days and none of them are homesteaded. That is case number 22-1817. Case number 22-1915 has been withdrawn. Case number 22-2025. Case number 23-435, case number 23-475, case number 23-510.
Granted, based on the representations of non-homestead status and recorded for more than 90 days. I think that we have concluded all of our business on today's agenda. Is there anything else we need to cover for the good of the order before we adjourn? Okay, 11:22. That's pretty good for us. We are adjourned.